Hey guys, interesting cafe today. This one got a lot of good reviews of this place. So they've got some different methods for making coffee. Let's see here. So coffee is pretty good. Like we went to this place last night too. Like the monkeys that like poop out the beans stuff had that coffee. That was really good. That was the first time I tried that. But anyways, I wanted to share this article with you guys. I thought this was kind of interesting. So there's a congressman out of Ohio that's propositioning a bill that would allow ICOs to sidestep U.S. security laws in a way. I had someone send this article to me. I thought it was kind of cool. So basically what you can see here is that the ICOs would be treated as products rather than securities at the federal and state level. Essentially, would reportedly eliminate, the need for the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, to have oversight over the industry. There's been a lot of problems, in terms of, how this is going to be, how it's going to be classified, and what agency and department is going to be overseeing, the cryptocurrency sphere, and then, you're kind of seeing that there's just there's basically just kind of concluding that we need clarity over crypto and securities regulations, and we don't really, have that because they are kind of constantly changing, and it's kind of a new, it's a new field, and I think that some people are trying to, I guess get clarification on how it's going to move forward, and now that we're kind of seeing some steps that are offering some clarification for that. We're seeing that, a few people that are kind of challenging some of those narratives. So interesting stuff, and I think that with you're seeing U.S.-based companies that are starting cryptocurrency companies, at least in terms of their addresses or whatnot outside the country, so they don't maybe fall into some of the same classifications for how some of these agencies are going to regulate it. Now, the amount of cryptocurrencies is just ever increasing, and right now, right at about over 2,000, that number is continuing to go up. Market's been a little bit down today, waiting on that, but with all of these new projects and the limited resources that these regulatory bodies have to enforce some of these, they're kind of picking and choosing, who they're maybe targeting, and I think there's been a little bit of kickback. You're seeing some of the state regulatory agencies like North Dakota, Texas, North Carolina, in terms of the state SEC agencies there are starting to go after platforms that, basically money-making platforms that might classify as securities. So this is kind of a step in that direction to kind of fight back and basically say these are products and should be treated as such and don't fall under some of the same guidelines and regulations, for this new emerging market. So I think that's kind of interesting. I think that, I've been kind of pondering this area for quite a while, just trying to understand a little bit more about how I feel, things are going to move forward, into the future, because I am, talking about and, researching a lot of money-making platforms that might fall under some of these different guidelines and regulations. Whether you're looking at that. So I'm already, kind of in, have come under the attention of some of those federal agencies, and so I'm trying to stay off the radar. Don't want to do anything that's going to be perceived as breaking the law. But I think it's kind of interesting that in a country that's primary focus is kind of around freedom, you really don't have some of those same freedoms, at least anymore. And I think when you get outside the country, you kind of look at things a little bit differently, and you realize that there are, you just kind of gain some different perspectives on things. you know, the whole banking situation over in the U.S. has been just a gigantic headache dealing with some of the stuff that I've had to deal with. I can't wait to kind of just pay off a lot of my accounts in the U.S. or just say to hell with it and just, you know, let them all default. Anyways, checking the chat a little bit. Crypto's dead, change your name. I think, like, I did the, you know, when I started my channel, I started as Crypto Clover, and I think I wanted to have something with crypto in the name, and I think you see that a lot with YouTubers, so at least people that are kind of searching through YouTubers or different subjects, at least they know they're talking about crypto. And I'm subscribed to some people that talk about crypto sometimes, but not all the time. So it's kind of been my focus. Other than that, I'm also kind of doing a travel vlog. So I didn't really have any plans today. I was just gonna, we did a lot of stuff yesterday, so it was a lot of fun. But, you know, maybe I'm getting PETA to come after me for riding the elephants. I had some comments on my last stream about that, and I guess I was kind of caught off guard. Like when I went to that park, I thought we were going to a waterfall. I didn't even know there were elephants there, and so I was kind of caught off guard. I was like, oh man, they got elephants here. This is awesome. And then, you know, you're able to ride them. So I was like, you know, even better, because I never done anything like that before. But I had a little bit. I remember watching a documentary a long time ago about the kind of the abuses that some of the elephants go through and the trainings for making them kind of domesticating them in a way to do what they're doing. And it's a much harsher process than, I guess, say taming like a horse or something like that. So I don't know enough about it. I was looking a little bit online, and there's a really cool place in Chiang Mai, Thailand, like a preserve for elephants, I guess, that have kind of been in that industry. That's kind of a rescue place in a way. So, but that was pretty awesome. Like being able to, like, you know, be just that close to that massive animal, being able to pet it, being able to, like, just looking in its just gigantic eye, and just having, you know, a little bit of a connection with an animal that big. That was pretty cool. So I think that's the first time I've petted an elephant. Yeah, I can't think of any other instance where I did something like that. If you only had 2,000 left in your crypto, what would you do? Well, I'd be looking for a job, I guess, because you're probably not going to be able to earn enough off of $2,000. But one of the things, like I've got my girl with me here. She's just kind of on the iPad here, but you know, she quit her job because it was like, you know, if she put like $1,000 into say arbitraging or Novachain, it's going to pay her more on a daily basis than she was making at her job. So it's just very, very low pay here in Vietnam. Like these guys here are making peanuts. You know, I mean, that's just Vietnam for you. But it's good if you're you know, trying to stick to a budget, trying to live cheaply. For $1,000 or $2,000, you could probably live on that in Southeast Asia if you were smart about it. You know, if you didn't need to live on a whole lot. Do you have any BCH? You know, I wish I did. I've got some dust amounts, but it is fork day. So, I'm not sure exactly when the fork, I guess, preparing for the looming, I guess it's today. Well, I mean, it's this, you know, it's the 16th here, but, you know, still the 15th back there for you guys. So I know it's coming up. So, I mean, I think I was kind of more interested in kind of like how it's going to affect prices This Bitcoin Cash now at 419 bucks, so it was dumped quite a bit. What was it at? It's your last 3 months. Oh yeah, you can see this here. Came all the way up to 620, 630. Lost quite a bit. Volumes are way up. So, and from what I understand, like they're not even going to be using the BCH symbol anymore. It's going to be, what was it? SV, Satoshi's Vision, and ABC. I'm not sure, I don't know what ABC stands for. But I'm interested in those projects. I am. I got approached by some people doing some decentralized applications on Bitcoin Cash, and unfortunately, I just didn't have enough time to really, get into that as much as I wanted to. ABC, another bad crypto. What do you think will be the next hurdle in crypto the next 3 months? Probably recovering, enough from this bear market. I think that every time it seems like we're going to pull out of this bear market, we get slammed back down. Let's take a look at kind of the overall, because I mean the market cap was, let's see, go look here, just the last month, just fell off a cliff right here. So you're not seeing as much of that in the positive direction. Did see really an increase, in trading. So like you saw that drop before the volume, once the drop happened, and this is the overall market cap, it was 200, 220 or so. Yeah, I kind of remember it kind of topping out 220. It's been really stable here, and then just kind of dropped off. And a lot of people were confused by it. I had heard some rumors about some things going on in China in terms of BCH mining operations. And I don't know how much I would look into some of that. Over the past 3 to 4 years, the yearly trend for Bitcoin has been very similar. Do you think it'll be similar again this winter, or BTC jumps in the December? Yeah, I had mentioned, I don't know if it's gonna jump a whole lot. Like, I think it's gonna recover a little bit. There were some people that were, there's like technical indicators and some software that's predicting Bitcoin to go on this crazy crazy bull run by the end of the year, and you're seeing some people saying the opposite. We know it's going to drop in January because of the Chinese New Year. That's been almost one of the most certain things that we've seen in terms of the yearly stuff that's going on with Bitcoin. Is we're seeing that every single year it seems to drop around Chinese New Year, as people are kind of cashing out and getting more into it's just kind of a big festival of money, like kind of giving away money. So Chinese New Year is very different. But the ones that have been doing fairly well, I was doing pretty good on NovaChain. Let me check on NovaChain. I haven't been in this in a little while. Price come down a little bit. I don't know if that's just because the Bitcoin price is down. Bear with me one sec while I get into my account. Let's see here. I'm gonna redo this a little bit. So the percentage on this have been really good. This has been performing better than arbitraging in terms of its recs, and the price of the token has been doing fairly well at 123 right now, as you can see right there. Let's take a look at the exchange. I've been kind of reinvesting, kind of building up this account. But yeah, I've been seeing just a real, it's been a real surge in price. And it hasn't really, the ETH price hasn't really dropped too much. So even in this bear market, that ETH price has really remained pretty solid. So it's probably best just to kind of hodl a little bit, wait out the bear market. Just kind of my suggestions yesterday. Let's take a look at their box. So this, I really like this kind of innovation they put. Oh, I got to get in my MetaMask. Damn it, forgot about that. But the box has been pretty good because we're seeing that on. It's been pretty consistent in the top 50. You can see right here now in the 50th position. But I like the infusion of the smart contract into the Nova Chain platform, and I think that we saw that a little bit with arbitraging. We didn't see really the user wasn't really being adopted, but when I pulled out of the vault, because it just there wasn't really any volume there. It'd be better off in ARB or in the A bot. So I pulled out at the right time because I pulled out right before that big surge in arbitrage's price. So it ended up being a good play, and I kind of got my money back just from the fee of going in. For those of you guys that kind of got into that, Dropple is way down today. I noticed that when you're looking at when we're searching by, Wax is top performer today, but Dropple really had come down. Still in the top 100, but it's come down quite a bit. If you get more and more people in Dropple that are cashing out, we're seeing that reflected in the price a little bit. So it hasn't really come up as much as the other projects, but I still am very bullish on Dropple. Do you feel any different knowing the ARB side is built with a generic template you can build, or you can purchase the stuff custom build? It'd probably be more ideal if you had something like that, but I don't know. Like, I think there's some things that could be better, with the platform, or done a little bit differently, but it's still a growing platform. I've seen some negativity around it, and I think just need to have a little bit of patience. Probably need to take another question or two and then get off the stream. Check in with you guys tomorrow. There's maybe another cool place I can show you guys for tomorrow's stream. Air conditioning here in California is the worst in the world now. It's nice and cool up here, kind of in the mountains, and I'm still sweating. All right, guys. Appreciate you all staying online. Let me know if you guys want me to kind of look into something. I'm getting a little bit more time here now that I have some time. I'm cooking up some videos, so I've been doing a lot of video editing, and looking to put out a pretty cool little video here pretty soon. So if I was to take a lot of time, I probably need to get or hire, or get some help with some video editing. Maybe get like a remote worker or something. I don't know how best to do that, but I saw another guy, another YouTuber, or not YouTuber, but he's like a big guy on Facebook doing videos, and he ended up hiring like a third person to travel with him and do video editing. So maybe that's a future consideration. But yeah, I probably spent a good 10 hours or so over the last 2 days, kind of cutting up videos. So I've been dumping a lot of time into that, but interesting stuff. So get something out there for you guys here pretty soon. All right, guys, catch you on the next one.